do what best in terms of employability and giving more opportunities for you. But then opportunity comes like Lakshmi. She comes close to the door, but she will not enter unless you are eligible for her entry. So it is for you to make her eligible to enter into your homes, right? It is just a question, that moment, and Lakshmi is fickle-minded. So if you don't open the door right and fully qualified, she will go to the next house, and that's the last opportunity. So don't miss the opportunity. I would like to conclude on a couple of notes. I fully endorse what Ravi said in terms of can we replace I with we. But I have seen in any language there is no pariyaya padam, there is no other substitute to express yourself. Therefore, when you talk of I, it is not the physical I with arrogance that we are talking. For want of any other language, we are saying it is me, the person, kindly listen to me. But if it is that I, capital, and saying that I am Brahma, then there is a pretty problem. So, wherever that aham is coming into play, displace that I with we. And wherever you are able to import the humility in everything that you are doing, and you say that I with the humility, that you really you mean we, I think it is acceptable. So can we bring in along with this I and we, a great humility, which is the characteristic of the most successful and the greatest people. The man who died for the cause of the country also died in greatest modesty. He is not living like Lal Bahadur Shastri, any money to his family. It is Madhya Pradesh government which has donated the 5 lakhs, not the central government money, which talked endlessly. They have not yet announced anything. Tomorrow they may do, but they will not be first. Think of it. So therefore, I think at the end of the day, your success and our success in turn as employees, and your success as an educational institution will depend on, and this is common to all the three of us. Let us be very clear on this one. One is our authenticity. If you play games, you can play games, and you can fool some people all the time, other people sometimes, but not all the people all the time. So be authentic, don't play games. Second, is where Ravi Ramakrishnan also said these 2 points, so I will not point on that one. One, we need to improve constantly, because in the ever-changing world, we need to improve and we need to improve everything that we are doing, product, service, whatever, so that the values and the right to value the receiver is getting will be better and better. Which also would mean our ability to innovate and create something which is more fundamental for the good of an organization in terms of innovation is getting to be one of the most desired activities for organizations long-term survivability. So we require a set of people as part of recruitment program who have got an innovative thinking. I did in NFCL for R&D a small test on their innovative thinking. And minimum I said 2 if you get, that is just about adequate. 3 you get, you are excellent. But including the man in charge, nobody got 2 even. And mind you, there are brilliant R&D people. So how difficult it is to be innovative, you can easily understand from this. And in the academic world, do you put them to, do you put yourself to that type of rigor? Am I one of those belonging to the class of innovators? We don't do it. Because I am professor, I am above you, that's it. You are above you, agreed. But where are you and what are you above about? That question needs to be answered. And we require a lot of ingenuity. In problem solving that Ravi Ramakrishnan referred and Professor has referred, I think ultimately life is problem solving. There is no given life. Life is struggle. Life is constant problem solving. All your problem solving techniques, quantitative theories, they take you up to a point. This way I am a believer. Certainly in numeracy that is mentioned. But numeracy beyond a point is paralysis. The more the information IT people generate, they get confused. And they are very good in confusing themselves and others. I swear IT people are the best to get confused and confusing others. Yeah. So therefore, you require an ingenuity in terms of qualitatively interpreting whatever data is available, because there is no perfect wife, there is no perfect husband, there is no perfect man or woman, there is no perfect society, there is no perfect organization, there is no perfect answer. That is the reason we are giving you 60, 70, 80 because we don't know. So let us bring our ingenuity. So I remember my correcting some of the papers in IPE and communications and all that. Dear Guru Garu, I am your obedient student. I never listen to you. but please enable me to get 50 marks. I have given 50 because the controller of examination is a very kind person. So Srinivas Murthy 50, and he only looked into the arithmetic of my 50, but never looked into whether the question is answered, and then I have given the marks. Question number, table is there, and how many marks are given? Yes,
I trust you, sir.
And therefore comes the biggest problem. He talked about it. When you trust, what am I to do? The student is trusting me, you are trusting me, I am caught between two trusts. Your parents are trusting in putting 4 lakhs for you, and I give you 0, then what am I to do? So the question, you cannot answer these things, very difficult ones. Therefore my integrity comes into play. So long as the guy at least has attended all my classes and he got 35, make it 55. Right? Somewhere, some hammering out a solution. And my last word on this one, I think even as we move towards globalization, greater learning, e-learning, global citizen, global technologies, everything, please adopt, please be contemporary, but don't lose your morals. I think we are losing our morals. We are losing our connectivity to the ethos. People do not know the difference between Bhagavata and Bhagavad Gita. Whenever I ask, did you ever read the Bhagavad Gita? Yes, sir. What is the Bhagavad Gita? Tell me one slokam. That is there in Bhagavatam, not Bhagavad Gita. Sir, are they different? No, I don't know where. One reason for my survival in the last 7 years, I am not a student of Sanskrit. But by my choice, I spent on an average 5 to 6 hours a day, and I covered entire Valmiki Ramayana in Sanskrit, slokam by slokam. I completed, perhaps there are not many people in this country, including all those sannyasis and all those variety of gurus, Adhyatmic gurus. I have gone through all the 108 Upanishads in Sanskrit and Telugu, every day reading. It took me 3 years to complete. When you ask me what is it I learned well, that I don't know anything. I think we have to humble ourselves. My last word to here and everyone, the more we can humble ourselves, I think that is the first step forward. The day you start believing that I know, I think that is the end of the world. That is the end of the world because you start propagating that you have known everything. I think nobody can ever win. So I would make this small suggestion because I am asked to chair this session, and thanks to all of you and your cooperation. Not only you are listening, you are actively listening, you are physically present, mentally present, and you are contributing, and your smiles are there. Well, look at Kiran, even now he's smiling, even though you have got a baby at home waiting. Certainly, that shows the eagerness with which people have participated. Thanks everybody. Thanks all the students, thanks the faculty, thanks my colleagues for a brilliant session. Nobody wants to say thank you. But after the end, my sharing the session is over. Thank you.
Hyderabad University Western Campus now is already talking about story-based curriculum. It's already available on the Google, so much you want to search, you find out that at least if you put 2 courses, the story-based curriculum, which is basically the concept of discovery-based learning. That means you learn because you have to do a task. That is what the highest level of memory and record. Rather than you learn first and apply later on and do a task. The story-based curriculum is a very powerful model. MSIT is already implementing in Hyderabad and 19 I think we should try to be the first in the country to implement it. Everyone think what we talked about. When you do things, you discover you don't know, you won't learn. And when you come back, you'll be focusing more on how you learned it rather than what you learned. So every single feedback that you give, again, you're coming back to the thing. When I give a feedback, so that I am wrong, this is material. How do you reach that conclusion? How do you know the right answer? If faculty spend more time by asking how, I think you will get a huge departure from that. Thanks.
Brahma Vidya. The teacher listens and he says, okay, explore.